afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Susan, you are one of the lucky ones to be working from home. Your commute from the living room to the kitchen will not be bad.
Today, for sure. That is absolutely true. The party's just getting started here at my house. The snow just started falling, but there is a lot more to come from here, and that's where we begin at 4 this afternoon. A major snowstorm is making its way through the area right now.
We'll have crews out there all night long following the storm and how it could impact you.
But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Hi, Gary. Where are we seeing the heaviest snow right now?
Well, right now, most of that is back in Iowa. We're seeing light snow to moderate snow over southwestern Wisconsin. You can see the live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Snow coming down at a pretty good clip there, whereas here in the backyard, we had a little bit of light snow, a little bit of a dusting. It stopped temporarily, but more snow is on the way. Doppler track shows the heavier bands of snow in the darker blue across parts of central Iowa, and there has been some lightning there, so they're even getting some thunder snow. When you see that show up, that's an indication that you could be seeing snow falling at the rate of 2 to 3 inches per hour. A lot of that snow across Iowa falling at the rate of about 1 inch per hour. High-resolution radar shows light snow moving into the Madison area. Some bands of heavier snow now starting to move through the Platteville area. Visibilities tell the story. The lower the visibility, the heavier the snow. Right now, 1/4 mile visibility with heavy snow in Dubuque, Iowa, whereas here in Madison, visibilities are still above a mile. But as you take a look at winter storm warnings that are in effect, they're in effect pretty much from the Dells southward, north of the Dells, and east toward Milwaukee. There are winter weather advisories that run until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Snowfall totals are expected to be in the 6 to 9 inch range from Madison to the south and west. There could be some isolated amounts close to a foot over far southwestern Wisconsin. Snow amounts will drop off a little bit to the north and to the east. Temperatures right now are in the 20s. They'll actually rise overnight. And we also have an alert day in the forecast for Friday for another storm system that could bring several inches of snow and also the possibility for some freezing rain, especially south of Madison. So look for the snow to continue tonight, but then start to taper to flurries or freezing drizzle by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's high temperature of 32 will be early in the day. We'll see falling temperatures, then a little bit of a break for New Year's Eve, and that next storm for New Year's Day. I'll have more details later on in weather. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, the view on the roads right now not improving on the Beltline. We're starting to see some delays, especially in the eastbound direction as snow starts to fall on the Beltline, whereas the interstates to the east and southeast of Madison just starting to see the snow. So traffic's still moving pretty close to the posted speed limits, but those roads will start to become snow-covered and slippery, and the speeds will start dropping pretty quickly over the next couple of hours. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, let's turn it over to photojournalist Lance Hyde, who's out on the Beltline right now. Lance, what do you see?
Well, thanks, Mark. I'm out here westbound on Fish Hatchery Road, and the snow actually let up about 20 minutes ago. It was coming down pretty good, and it has tapered off, and the roads are clear for now, but keep in mind that visibility will get worse as the night goes on. So all things are moving quickly. As you heard Gary say, near the interstate, traffic is backed up, but that probably has more to do at this point with rush hour than any road conditions.
All right, Lance, we'll check back later. Both hands on the wheel. Thank you. News 3 Now will have team coverage throughout our newscast tonight as the storm progresses.
It's already starting to cause a few issues for drivers, and it's expected to stay that way for several hours. So let's check in with our Gabriella Becerra. She's out on Verona Road tonight. Hi, Gabby. What should drivers know right now?
Hi, Susan. Well, the snow was coming down pretty steadily, but now it has tapered off, not coming down at the moment. But I am on Verona Road, just near the Beltline, kind of near Raymond Road as well. And as you can see, traffic's moving a little bit slower, but it's still moving. We did see a plow go by and clear off that snow that had fallen earlier, but the roads are still wet. So as these drivers are doing right now, take it slow, go easy, because as that snow continues to fall, we might not see the plows get it as quick as they can. So go slow and take your evening commute slowly. We'll check back in with you guys soon.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Let's take a live look at the Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa. Iowa's seeing a lot of snow today. The National Weather Service says parts of Iowa could see 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour. Central Iowa could even see up to a foot of snow. To the west in Omaha, Nebraska, part of the metro saw 5 to 7 inches of snowfall this morning and afternoon. Some of the area also saw a mix of sleet and freezing rain. Areas west of Omaha saw lesser amounts of snow. If you're driving tonight, obviously be careful.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the roads for you as the snow piles up. Our Brady Mallory joins us now with a look at road conditions for the rest of the evening commute. Brady?
Yeah, like Mark said earlier, we're all jealous of Susan's commute at home. But you know what? We are all hardy Wisconsinites, but a lot of us are not used to driving in the winter since the season's been so mild lately. So this is the time to really just be careful, give yourself some extra time. So we're looking at the state here on 511 Wisconsin, and so far, everything highlighted in green, the driving conditions look pretty good. And we're looking at the big ones like I-90, I-94, 18, 14, and 12 all throughout the state. So it doesn't seem to be many problems yet. These exclamation points I looked into, and apparently some folks are just having a little bit of car trouble, nothing weather related yet. But as everyone said, as the snow piles up, roads will start getting a little slicker out there. So really just give yourself some extra space and be careful. We'll be updating you throughout the evening. Mark, Susan?
All right, Brady, thank you so much. Stay on top of the storm as it moves through the area by downloading the Channel 3000 weather app. It's free and easy to use, and it's available wherever you get your apps.
In other news today, we are learning more about what led to the death of a woman found dead in Adams County. The Adams County Sheriff Brent York says Lindsay Folan from the town of Rome died of hypothermia. Her body was found near the town of Leola on Saturday morning after she was reported missing on Christmas Eve. Sheriff York says Folan was driving on a private road when the car entered a ditch and her car became submerged in water. She walked a short distance before the cold temperatures led to hypothermia.
77 more people have died from COVID-19 in Wisconsin. Those deaths were released this afternoon. Since March, nearly 4,900 people have died from the virus in our state. Health officials also announcing more than 2,300 new cases across Wisconsin. The state's lifetime total stands at more than 474,000. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services has also launched a COVID-19 vaccine dashboard. As of this morning, more than 47,000 people in the state have received their first dose of either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. So far, Wisconsin has been allocated more than 265,000 vaccines, with nearly half of them already shipped to the state.
As more doses of the vaccines roll out across the country, some areas are clamping down on restrictions because of skyrocketing infection numbers, and hospitals are starting to ration care. So far, nearly 336,000 Americans have died of the virus. About 2 million have been vaccinated. California has extended its emergency stay-at-home order for most of the state as hospitals struggle to care for COVID patients. The situation is already so dire, many hospitals are considering prioritizing who receives care.
If we have an 85-year-old patient and a 32-year-old patient, and based on the evaluation of survivability, that younger patient may end up with that ventilator and that team to take care of them.
Another spike is expected in the coming weeks because of Christmas travel. People are being urged to stay home for New Year's. But in Dallas, Texas, the Statler Hotel is one of dozens of venues gearing up for a big New Year's Eve celebration. Organizers promise they'll enforce social distancing guidelines, require masks, and limit capacity.
The Milwaukee area has lost 500 doses of the Moderna vaccine. It happened after a mistake at Advocate Aurora Hospital in Grafton. The 50 vials, or 500 doses, were taken out of a pharmacy refrigerator and not returned in time. Nearly all of those doses had to be tossed out. Experts say given the limited number of vaccines available, Wisconsin cannot afford to lose many. Professors at Marquette Clinical Lab Sciences say the Moderna vaccine needs to be stored at about the temperature of a commercial freezer, or the molecules will fall apart.
The molecule itself is pretty vulnerable and easily degradable. So you need that ambient temperature to keep that integrity of the vaccine intact.
A statement from Advocate Aurora Health says in part as a result of unintended human error, the vials were not replaced in the refrigerator after temporarily being removed to access other items. Human error, which is going to happen in any process, anytime there is a human involved, things like that can happen. There have been nearly 40,000 doses of either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine administered in Wisconsin so far. We're continuing to follow a death investigation in the town of Sun Prairie. The Dane County Sheriff's Office tells us today an autopsy is not scheduled yet due to COVID-19 protocols. At about 3:30 yesterday afternoon, Dane County Sheriff's deputies responded to a call at the 4600 block of Pierceville Road. When they arrived, they found 2 bodies inside the home. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office will not release the victims' names until families have been notified.
President-elect Joe Biden is just 3 weeks away from moving into the Oval Office, and today he continues to lay out his vision to fight the coronavirus pandemic.
Members of the Senate are now locked in a battle over raising stimulus payments and handing President Trump his first veto override. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill with more.
Today, President-elect Joe Biden addresses the ongoing COVID crisis from Delaware.
I'm ready.
Earlier, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris and her husband Doug Emhoff received their first dose of the Moderna coronavirus vaccine.
I urge everyone, when it is your turn, get vaccinated. It's about saving your life, the life of your family members, and the life of your community.
The Senate is back in session one day after the House voted to increase stimulus payments and override the president's veto of the national defense bill.
Is there objection to the original?
I object.
Senate Democrats objected to the majority leader's motion to set up a veto override for Wednesday, likely pushing it to later this week.
Soon this important legislation will be passed into law.
One by one, the Democrats took the floor to demand the Senate first vote on the Cash Act, which the House has already passed. It would give $2,000 stimulus checks to millions of Americans.
We should not adjourn until the Senate holds a vote on both measures.
Several Senate Republicans have also voiced support for the increased payments, including Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, who tweeted, "We've got the votes, let's vote today." Meanwhile, President Trump returned to his South Florida golf club Tuesday. On Twitter, he railed against weak and tired Republican leadership on the defense bill, and he repeated his call for $2,000 stimulus checks. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Will hold a rally in Georgia on Monday, one day ahead of the state's 2 runoff Senate races. The winners will determine the balance of power in the Senate.
New video out of Nashville, Tennessee shows the moment that a bomb went off on Christmas Day and the chaos that followed. Prior to the Christmas morning blast that injured 3 people, Anthony Warner deeded a house to someone and gave someone else his car, telling them that he had cancer. The FBI is investigating Warner's medical records to see if that's true. David Rush is director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Newly released police body cam footage shows an eerie scene before the bombing as the warning message plays from the RV.
So weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Moments later, the RV explodes. Then officers begin guiding bystanders away from the scene. Authorities are also combing through the 63-year-old's credit card records, which appears to show purchases of security alarms and chemicals, material possibly used to make a homemade bomb. Investigators are analyzing Warner's computer and portable storage drive. Crews have mostly restored the cell and Wi-Fi service that was knocked out in the bombing. Well, still to come at 4, have you resolved to lose some weight and get into better shape in the new year?
Well, a smartwatch or fitness tracker can keep you on track. Consumer Reports shows us which ones are best when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Lazy Boy, with recliners starting at $399, and Smith Brothers Amish handcrafted sofas at special New Year's sale prices. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
to your teachers, In that spirit of giving,
Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone.
the Chevy price you pay
Is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly, with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Sealy, with queen size sets starting at $3.99 and flex steel sofas starting at $9.99. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale ends Sunday at 4.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
People are cleaning up from a strong 6.3 magnitude earthquake in Croatia. TV cameras caught one of the strong aftershocks during a live report. It happened in a town southeast of the country's capital. The earthquake caused roofs and some buildings to collapse. A man and a boy were luckily pulled out alive when a car was buried in the rubble. The Croatian military is working to help clean up the mess. The same area was hit by a 5.2 earthquake yesterday, and luckily at this point no one has died.
Stocks retreat from yesterday's record highs as hopes for more stimulus evaporate. The Dow Industrials lost 68 points, closing at 30,335. The Nasdaq was off 49, and the S&P 500 gave up 8. What's being called the COVID-19, not referring to the virus, but weight gain during the pandemic.
If that's you, you're not alone. A recent National Consumer Reports survey shows nearly a third of us have packed on the pounds since the pandemic started.
If it's time to get into shape, Consumer Reports reveals the best smartwatches and fitness trackers that can help. Our Chris Stanford reports.
Lourdes Quintavalle is one of many people whose weight was affected by the coronavirus pandemic.
I think I gained weight because I let myself go. I let myself get depressed. I didn't want to work out.
Consumer Reports tests dozens of smartwatches and fitness trackers each year. And both types of gadgets can help you get fit by counting your steps, checking your heart rate, tracking your sleep, and reminding you to keep moving, even if you're working from home. The Apple Watch has long dominated CR's rating in part because they're easy to pair with the iPhone and have a very accurate heart rate monitor. The new Series 6 is no different, but it's on the pricey side. For a less expensive option, consider the Apple Watch SE, which is near the top of CR's ratings. More of an Android person? The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 is a great option, but also expensive.
Don't need all of those smart features? A fitness tracker might be a good option for step counting and heart rate tracking.
CR's top-rated fitness tracker is this model from Garmin. Another option high in CR's rating, the Fitbit Charge 3, which CR tests found was easy to use with both iPhone and Android. No matter which brand or type of wearable tech you choose, Consumer Reports has some important advice.
A smartwatch or a fitness tracker is a lot like a gym membership. It's only helpful if you actually use it.
Something Lourdes is already doing.
Now I'm in the journey of getting back in track and losing this weight and not looking back.
For Consumer Reports, Chris Stanford, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Chris. And just in time for the new year, Apple has launched its new fitness streaming subscription, Apple Fitness Plus.
The service is designed for people with an Apple Watch and offers guided workouts on demand that can be streamed across Apple devices. They're very addicting once you get one.
Yeah, they are.
Well, still to come.
In fact, mine just told me to stand a little while ago.
Mine did too. I'm supposed to get moving. All right, still to come at 4. 2020 will go down as a turbulent year in politics.
That's to say the least. When we come back, we'll take a look back at the year in politics coming up after Gary's First Warn forecast. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Now through January 4th, use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door. With 30 years of sleep experience,
the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet, it feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
2020 got you feeling like your life's on pause? Get moving again at Planet Fitness during our big end-of-year sale. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Now through December 31st. And end the year on the right or left foot with tons of variety and space in our squeaky clean clubs. And use our app's new crowd meter to pick the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry! The big end-of-year sale ends December 31st.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx.
4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
Finally home. Okay, let's go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the final days of Toyotathon. Here for a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the wait is over.
Oh, Camry. Yes.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
You can get a great deal, too, at Toyotathon, but it all ends January 4th.
Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Well, take a look at this.
Go.
His name is Balto, and he's not done yet. His humans say they just moved into this house in Vermont with this yard the day before. Now there's 44 inches of snow on the ground, and Balto can't get enough. It's not this dog's first time in the snow, but we think it's safe to say it won't be his last. Gary, I hope we don't get that much snow.
Well, my dog Joe is a lot shorter than Balto, and
Yeah.
I think this snow will be enough to be over his head.
Louie likes the snow, but Lola, she's done with it.
Yeah, well, the snow is going to pick up in intensity over the next couple hours here in Madison, and it'll fall pretty steadily through the night. We'll take a look at how much snow you can expect and when it'll start and end in just a few minutes.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
Ashley Home Store's biggest New Year's sale starts the day after Christmas. Save big on our latest styles store-wide, including holiday doorbusters like these. Plus, take a bonus 5% off our sale prices at checkout and no interest financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Are you ready to start a meaningful career? The Wisconsin Department of Health Services has options to fast-track caring individuals into the healthcare field. Accelerated training will help you find work where you want with a flexible schedule. Start your career in healthcare. Work in hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living facilities in your community. It's easy. Go to dhs.wi.gov/new career. Fast track your career today.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance, we accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's biggest New Year's appliance sale starts the day after Christmas. Find huge holiday savings on top brand appliance doorbusters like these, plus 18 months financing and guaranteed delivery in 5 days. New year, big savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, snow will overspread all of southern Wisconsin over the next couple of hours. Live view from the WISC Skycam looking off toward the east just shows a few flurries out there. We had a little band of snow come through, gave us a dusting. It's kind of stopped or just tapered down to some flurries, but that will change. Impacts from the storm are going to be high, especially for driving. There could also be some light freezing rain or freezing drizzle, especially late tonight and tomorrow morning for areas south of Madison. And then as far as clearing the snow, you're probably going to need a snowblower. It's going to be a sticky, wet snow. So it'll be hard to shovel. You may need, probably the best thing if you have to shovel is to shovel it in stages. So maybe try to get out after a couple of inches are out there, shovel off as much as you can, and then do it again a few hours later. Otherwise, if you're trying to do it at the end of the storm, you may have a tough time. As far as visibility is concerned, the lower the visibility, the heavier the snow is coming down. Right now, 5-mile visibility to Madison. It was down to a half-mile for a brief time at the top of the hour, but notice to the south and west, now Platteville down to a half-mile and moderate snow. Monroe, a half-mile and moderate snow. Dubuque, a quarter-of-a-mile visibility and heavy snow. When you get down to that visibility, you're talking about snow falling at the rate of close to 1 inch per hour, and that's all spreading to the north and east. So expect the snow to become heavier with time over the next few hours. Total snowfall right now, we're looking at about 6 to 9 inches from Madison to the south and west and into much of northwestern Illinois and parts of Iowa. The southern edge of this is still subject to some change because there could be a period of heavy sleet or some freezing rain that could limit the amounts but make it very icy across parts of northern Illinois. Farther to the north and east, the snow will taper off very gradually. This is a large storm, so even to the north, we'll still see several inches of snow accumulation. High-resolution Doppler radar shows that first little band of snow that went through Madison, lifting to the north and east. A break right now, but the heavier snow just starting to get into southwestern Dane County, and then the really heavy snow is back in eastern Iowa, heading towards southwestern Wisconsin and northwestern Illinois. Farther to the southwest, even heavier snow over parts parts of central Iowa, and every once in a while you'll see a flash of lightning in there indicating the potential for thunder snow. And when you see that happen, you could see a quick burst of 2 to 3 inches of snow per hour if the snow continues, and that's where you're seeing those darker blue shaded areas. And again, that could be heading right for southwestern Wisconsin and northwestern Illinois later on today. Visibilities across the Midwest, zero visibility right now in Iowa City, a quarter of a mile with heavy snow in Des Moines and Waterloo, Iowa. So all of that, again, heading in our direction. The winter storm warnings extend back to the south and west, but notice how far north the winter weather advisories go, all the way into northern Minnesota, much of upper Michigan, across Lake Michigan. The storm will actually be weakening as it pushes to the east, so that's why the amounts will be a little bit less farther out to the west. Now, on future track, notice the snow coming through. This is at midnight, snowing pretty steadily across all of southern Wisconsin, maybe some light freezing rain close to the Illinois border, and then notice everything starts to wind down a little bit as we head toward Wednesday morning. We'll taper to some light snow flurries and perhaps some freezing drizzle. Winter storm warning in effect until 9 a.m. for most of our viewing areas north of the Dells. Winter weather advisory until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for snow overnight, 3 to 7 inches or more by morning, with a low temperature dropping to 29, and then tomorrow the snow tapers to flurries. Total snow accumulations about 4 to 9 inches. High temperature 32 early, and then falling temperatures. And again, those heavier totals south and west of Madison. On future track, notice the snow pretty heavy overnight and then starting to wind down by tomorrow morning. After that, look for just some flurries or some freezing drizzle. The timing of the end of the snow looks like it'll probably be early to mid-morning across most of southern Wisconsin. 7 to 10 day forecast. We have an alert day for Friday. Didn't even get to that. That's the next storm that could bring a few inches of snow and perhaps some freezing rain on New Year's Day. And then look for a period of quiet weather after that, with high temperatures actually a little bit above normal for the early part of next week, with some snow chances toward the end of the week. That's a lot to fit in.
Quiet sounds good, Gary. Quiet sounds good.
It does.
All right. Well, from the impeachment trial of President Donald Trump to a Supreme Court showdown to an historic election with record-breaking voting numbers, 2020 was packed with political headlines.
Karin Kafel looks back at the key moments.
2020 marked the 59th presidential election year in the U.S. and just 16 days into January, it became clear this year would not be typical.
It's a hoax. It's a hoax. Everybody knows that.
Senators took an oath for President Trump's impeachment trial. The House of Representatives had charged him with abuse of power and obstructing Congress.
We began just the third presidential impeachment trial in American history.
The impeachment vote loomed as President Trump delivered his State of the Union address, cheered by Republicans. Decidedly cooler with Democrats. They seemingly ignored handshake, a deliberately ripped up speech. The next day, the Senate acquitted President Trump. With the trial done, the campaign trail called.
Iowa, you have shocked the nation.
Pete Buttigieg won the Iowa caucuses, though voting delays overshadowed the win. Bernie Sanders won the New Hampshire primary. Joe Biden was 4th in Iowa, 5th in New Hampshire. Then South Carolina's win turned the tide.
This is your campaign.
By April 8th, Joe Biden became the presumptive nominee, just as politics took a dramatic new turn. The death of George Floyd, an unarmed black man at the hands of police officers, as well as similar deaths across the country, sparked nationwide protests.
I am your president of law and order.
President Trump opted for a show of force after authorities used tear gas to push back peaceful protesters outside the White House. Joe Biden cited the Constitution and freedom of peaceable assembly.
We're not allow any president to quiet our voice.
Got everybody?
In a pandemic, the candidates showed up differently. In June, President Trump held his first campaign rally since March in Tulsa. Crowds grew larger than health officials recommended. Biden chose virtual interviews and masked appearances. Democrats kept a socially distant convention while Republicans gathered at the White House. Then, political attention turned to the Supreme Court. Justices ruled 5-4 against the Trump administration's efforts to end DACA, the Obama-era program that protects immigrants brought to the U.S. as children from deportation. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg joined the majority opinion. 3 months later, she died of complications from pancreatic cancer, giving the president his 3rd court nomination.
Judge Amy Coney Barrett.
That Rose Garden scene proved significant days later when some who attended tested positive for COVID-19, including the president.
Far left.
He had debated Joe Biden just 3 days earlier.
The president has no plan.
Now the president flew to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center for treatment. Days later, dramatically returned less than a month before the election. Record numbers were already voting early, electing the first non-binary and Muslim state legislator, the first black Missouri congresswoman, and the first woman and minority vice president. Though it took 4 days of counting before Harris and Biden were projected winners.
Folks, the people of this nation have spoken.
President Trump, who months before the election warned of voter fraud, continued to make unsubstantiated claims after the election. He unsuccessfully challenged results in courts and refused to officially concede. No White House welcome like one 4 years ago on the books. Unprecedented transition in an unprecedented year. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
And in another political twist, some of 2020's political questions won't be resolved until next year.
Democrats retain control of the House, but control of the Senate won't be known until 2 Georgia Senate runoff elections scheduled for next week. What a year. There's more to come at 4. We'll talk with Dr. Jeff Potoff later on the latest coronavirus headlines.
And then tonight, coming up at 5, Madison street crews are trying to limit the amount of salt they put on the road. We'll find out why the Clean Lakes Alliance says that helps keep our area lakes healthy.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2020 UX200 for $299 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
How about poor Fred Wilson? What a shame. So soon after retiring. I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses. That's ridiculous. He had Social Security. When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year? No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older. Your rates go up every year, right? No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner and this free prescription savings card that can help you save up to 80% on prescription drugs. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and 2 free gifts. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $419 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Tonight at 5, the latest on the stimulus payments as a growing number of GOP senators are advocating for the increased payments.
A winter storm will dump heavy snow over southern Wisconsin tonight. Another winter storm now looks likely with snow and possibly some freezing rain for New Year's Day. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, as the snow moves through, a look at the city of Madison's rules for snow clearing and the fines if you don't shovel. That's tonight at 6.
Here's a live look downtown Madison. Still pretty clear out there. Not a lot of snow, just a few flurries for now, but more's coming. Well, this morning, passengers left Miami for the first official U.S. flight on a 737 MAX jet in 2 years.
The plane was grounded in March of 2019 after 2 deadly crashes overseas, which killed 346 people.
Chris Van Cleve got a look at the design changes and shows us why some families of crash victims want the MAX to stay on the ground.
The 737 MAX is grounded no more. American Airlines Flight 718 is the nation's first regularly scheduled MAX flight to take off since March 2019. Brazilian carrier Gol became the first airline in the world to resume passenger service earlier this month. American plans to start slow with just 1 trip a day from Miami to New York and back. MAX flights will be identified at booking and passengers can change to a different aircraft without a fee. We took a demo flight on the MAX earlier this month.
Slowly gives people more flexibility if they don't want to fly it, and those that do, they have an opportunity to go fly the airplane.
The return to service comes after a lengthy review by aviation regulators from around the world that mandated a series of design changes, software updates, and additional pilot training.
Weeks before the first passenger flight, work has been going on almost around the clock here at American Airlines maintenance facility in Tulsa. This is where all of the upgrades and the maintenance work on the 737 MAX is happening to get the plane back in the air. It is thousands of man-hours per airplane.
I personally feel safe about it. My family's flown on the airplane. They'll fly on it again in the next couple of weeks, and we're really excited to be on board again.
But not everyone is excited about the MAX taking off. A flyers' rights group sued trying to stop the ungrounding. And families of people killed in the 2 MAX crashes remain unconvinced it's safe.
It's just really hard.
Brittany Riffle was 7 months pregnant when her husband Melvin and his brother died in the crash of Ethiopian Flight 302.
You just pray that the plane is safe and that this isn't going to happen to another family. It's a pretty horrific thing to go through constantly.
With the nation watching, the MAX will fly first for American and next year Alaska, Southwest, and United. Chris Van Cleve, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Well, still to come at 4, 2020 will be known as the year of the pandemic.
When we come back, we'll talk with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff. He'll join us when Live at 4 continues.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's Sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Lazy Boy, with recliners starting at $3.99, and Smith Brothers Amish handcrafted sofas at special New Year's sale prices. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's Sale. Don't miss it.
Took down the tree. That means it's time to put 2020 in the rear view and get to the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance for our best offers of the season across the Ford lineup. So hurry in today. The Ford Built for the Holidays sales event ends soon.
Get F-150 with $95.22 in total savings, plus 1,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
Start the year smiling at Aspen Dental, where new starts happen every day. Get exceptional care at every step, unparalleled safety at every visit, and flexible payment options for every budget. Now, during the Everyday Smiles event, new patients get a full exam and set of x-rays with no obligation. No insurance? No worries. It's free. Plus, now all patients can get 20% off their treatment plan. Find every reason to smile every day at Aspen Dental. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book today at aspendental.com.
When it comes to 2020, it's time to wipe the slate clean and get a fresh start now at Herzing University. Earn the degree you need for a lasting career. Herzing is accredited, transfer-friendly, and offers you the personal care and support so important during these times. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. You've got a clean slate. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Unity Point Health presents things you need to know about healthcare workers. They're real people just like us. They have houses and families, and they like to eat spaghetti. At least I bet they like to eat spaghetti. They care for everybody, even people they don't know. They might worry about getting sick, their family, their patients. Tell them thank you by wearing a mask and social distancing. Thank you, healthcare workers. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Hey, got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon.
You too, huh?
Got a great deal at Toyotathon. Yeah. Got a great deal. Go
Okay, it's the final days of Toyotathon.
Yes!
Time for you to get a great deal.
Right now, during the final days of Toyotathon, you can lease a new 2021 Toyota RAV4 for $209 a month with $500 lease bonus cash included.
It all ends January 4th.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Sealy, with queen-size sets starting at $399 and flex steel sofas starting at $999. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale ends Sunday at 4.
Well, as we take a look at first warning traffic, that first little burst of snow moved through Madison. We're now starting to see improvement on the Beltline, not seeing anything more than a little bit of a slowdown toward Verona Road and also toward Stoughton Road, but conditions will drop off pretty quickly over the next couple of hours as heavier bands of snow move in. Right now, travel times on the Beltline, 16 minutes either direction between University Avenue and I-3990. If you're heading out of Madison, it'll take you 27 minutes from the Beltline on I-3990 southward to Janesville, 18 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton, and from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. It's a 17-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you. Archaeologists have unearthed an ancient snack bar in the ruins of Pompeii, the Italian city destroyed by a volcano in 79 AD. Experts say this is the first finding of a complete example of a thermopolium, a hot food and drink shop. It was adorned with colorful frescoes depicting animals that were likely on the menu. And get this, traces of 2,000-year-old food that include pork, fish, snails, and beef were found in terracotta jars that line the shop. It's pretty remarkable. Well, 2020 was many things, but it'll always be known as the year of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The pandemic has introduced us to many local and national experts working on the front lines of the virus, and one of them is a familiar face here on Live at 4, UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff.
He has become a regular here. He's back for one last time for 2020, but certainly not his last time on the show. Doctor, good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
What is the biggest lesson you and other medical professionals have learned this past year?
You know, I think the thing that was the biggest lesson was how much human behavior would play in controlling a pandemic like this. I think in our day-to-day lives, you know, we just follow the science, and, you know, sometimes that can be black and white. And the minute that you throw a whole bunch of other human beings in it and behaviors and wants and needs, things get a whole lot more difficult.
There is some breaking news related to COVID-19. Just within the last half hour, the first U.S. case of that COVID-19 variant that we've been talking about that first appeared in the U.K. has been found in Colorado, a 20-year-old man who did not travel. So what does that mean?
Right. So this is the same B117 variant that they found in the United Kingdom. And the fact that this individual didn't travel means that he likely caught it from someone else here in the United States. So he is probably not the first case. He's just the first case that we know about.
Is this worrisome?
You know, it's worrisome in the sense that this virus is more easily able to make people sick with COVID-19. Now, it doesn't make them more sick. It's likely not going to defeat our vaccines, but it could increase hospitalizations. In a lot of parts of the country, that's the last thing that we need right now.
That's for sure. Let's talk a little bit about the vaccines and how will people know when it's their turn to get a vaccine?
I think you'll see various announcements, certainly from your state Department of Health, your county Department of Public Health, and then if you have a primary care provider in a health system, health systems will be reaching out to people, letting them know they have vaccine available and how to get access to that. So I think people will start hearing word of when the vaccine's available to the general public and how they go about getting it based on their specific situation.
The administration of the vaccines has gone pretty slowly, hasn't it?
It hasn't kept up with initial expectations. I think, you know, like anything that's new, the devil's in the details. And I think a lot of areas, health systems, pharmacies that are vaccinating are working through those details. I do know that many of them are accelerating the rate by which they can vaccinate. So I'm hopeful that we can get to these high numbers of vaccinations that we need to get this pandemic over with.
You were one of the first people to volunteer for the AstraZeneca vaccine trial at UW Hospital. How have you been doing? How have you been feeling? Have you been having any side effects at all?
You know, really, it's kind of a boring story. You know, I had some mild side effects, you know, early on within 12 hours of getting the injection, but really nothing remarkable, easily managed with Tylenol. And since then, nothing. I felt great. I'm healthy. I'm able to do everything that I wanted to do, you know, before I got the vaccine. So I know we plan for, you know, really kind of adverse side effects from the injection, people off of work, and both with people in our trial and people getting the Pfizer vaccine. That's just not materializing. It's tolerated really well.
That is great news. What are your realistic expectations for the virus in 2021?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, this is good news. I do think we are going to see wide distribution of vaccine. We have 2 approved right now. It looks like AstraZeneca is about to be approved in the United Kingdom. We're hearing word from Johnson & Johnson that theirs is getting close. And I think we're going to get good at vaccinating people. And I think it will be a historic moment to see millions of Americans get vaccinated and really push back against this virus so that, you know, next year when we're talking about Christmas plans, we are talking about traveling, going to see the relatives, whether that's good or bad, I think is up to the individual person. But I want to see life get back to normal. I think we miss or we now realize the value of that human interaction that all of us have been missing for so long now.
But people who are anxious to get a vaccine, just to reiterate what you said earlier, should wait for their healthcare provider to reach out to them, or do people need to? I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions from people. You don't have to call and make an appointment or anything like that yet?
No, not at this point. I mean, right now we're in like our 4th group of healthcare workers. So we are moving rapidly through the different healthcare workers, but we haven't yet got to the general population. Before that, we'll see nursing home residents, frontline workers, those that are at risk. I think there'll be 2 things. One, healthcare systems will be reaching out to you. We also plan on, you know, using the media to advertise what we have out there, where things are at. So I'm hopeful that no one is confused about whether or not a vaccine is available for them when we actually have it available.
Well, hopefully here's to a healthier, happy new year. Doctor, thanks for being with us.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
Happy New Year, Dr. Potoff. Thanks so much.
We'll be right back with the final check your forecast.
Ready, roll playback?
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
When we hear a big storm's headed our way, some of us fall back into bed, some into fresh powder. Spending your day indoors or out, it's all about knowing what to expect. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn forecast so you can plan your perfect day.
Hey folks, Wednesday morning, it's another alert day in the forecast. We'll have team coverage of the big winter storm as it makes its way through the Madison area and let you know how the roads are looking. Join us starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
Well, snow is pretty widespread across Iowa, moving into southwestern Wisconsin. Look at the bottom of the map, and you start to see those white flashes pop up. That's indication some thunder snow is occurring over parts of central Iowa, and that could be heading for southwestern Wisconsin. If that happens, we could see snow totals pick up in a hurry. Right now, moderate snow moving into southwestern Wisconsin and moving into the Madison area. Lighter snow back toward the south and west. Visibilities drop off to 1/4 mile. That's actually heavy snow in Boscobel, Mineral Point, and Platteville. So snow really picking up in intensity. Winter storm warnings from the Dells southward and winter weather advisories north of the Dells through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the snow should be tapering down to flurries sometime later on tomorrow morning. Maybe a little freezing drizzle mixed in. Mark?
All right, Gary, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll look back at those we lost this past year. And our happiness expert talks about something she calls a 2021 purpose statement. We'll find out what that's all about tomorrow on Live at 4.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
At Novartis, our goal is to help keep Cosentyx accessible and affordable. If you're taking Cosentyx and your insurance or coverage changes or you need help paying, Cosentyx Connect is here to help. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms if your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Call us or visit us online. We're here for you.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door. With 30 years of sleep experience,
the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet. It feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
Took down the tree. That means it's time to put 2020 in the rear view and get to the final days of the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance for our best offers of the season across the Ford lineup. So hurry in today. The Ford Built for the Holidays sales event ends soon. Get Escape with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
2020 got you feeling like your life's on pause? Get moving again at Planet Fitness during our big end-of-year sale. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, now through December 31st. And end the year on the right or left foot with tons of variety and space in our squeaky clean clubs. And use our app's new crowd meter to pick the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry! The big end-of-year sale ends December 31st.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
In today's Final Touch, are you looking for a new way to burn a few calories?
How about bike polo? It's all the rage in Eastern Europe right now. Bike polo uses a hockey ball instead of a puck, along with hockey-style sticks and goalposts. The team sport is played outdoors with the aim to score a ball in the other team's goalpost. The game requires good cycling skills so riders can navigate with one hand on the wheel and another holding the stick. Internationally, bike polo, also known as cycle polo, has been played since 1891